Come on, let me fight all...
Hostiles!
Why did you poison Alvin's mother?
Because she was holding her back. So long as Mom was alive, Isla could never get her happy ending.
Exactly. I don't want anything more to do with Exodus. All I want to do is live a normal, happy life. I worked so hard just to be able to do that.
Did my mother suffer? Good. That's the one thing I was worried about.
You're going to let her go?
She killed your mother!
Mom knew she wasn't long for this world. She told me so in her last letter. She asked me to set Isla free after she died.
She knew? And she still...
Yep. Even though it meant she'd never return to the home she loved so much.
I don't believe you. You're just going to blackmail me again. I have to destroy all the evidence. I have to erase my former self. Or else I'll never be truly happy.
Wait! Isla, stop!
Isla!
How is she doing?
Thanks to your first aid, her injuries have healed up nicely. But...
Mommy, why are you leaving me? Please don't sell me. I promise I won't complain about being hungry. Please. Mommy!
How could this happen?
don't worry, Isla. I'm here. I'll always be here for you, whether you get better or not.
Isla is lucky to have you.
But it's so sad.
Are you sure it's okay for us to stay here?
I don't mind. She'll be safe here. They don't know about this place, but I'm taking the gun belt with me. It's been in my family for a long time. I promised my mom I'd take it home with me.
Then I hope you find your way back home.
It's the least I can do for her. She was a great mom.
I wonder what school's like.
I bet you want to go to school too, huh? Don't worry. As soon as we find a nice, safe place for you to live, you can start going.
I don't want to go.
Oh? May I ask why?
Because if I bring Cheapo to school, won't they get mad at me?
You needn't worry about that. I'll ask them to let Tipo go too.
I can go too?
Sure. Leia used to take dogs and cats to school with her.
Then I do want to go. Why didn't you tell us sooner?
I hope we'll be able to send Elise to school soon.
Indeed. And I'd like to see you continue your education as well. Mark my words, Jude. One of these days, life will return to normal.
Yeah, I guess it will.
What's up?
Coming back to Fenmont like this makes me miss my old medical school.
Then why not drop by?
You don't mind?
Nah. You must have really loved it there if you miss it this much. I guess becoming a doctor really is your calling.
What is it?
Do you think we could go back to the booster research lab?
You mean go back to Labari Hollow? Why would you want to go there?
Oh, of course! If that's where you grew up, you might remember something about your past. I'm sorry. I know we don't have much time. No trouble at all. Besides, maybe you'll remember something that inspires you to new heights.
That's certainly a possibility. Let's try to get back to Labari Hollow. Mr. Eldon?
Dr. Jude! Hey, good news. You're in the clear now. Between Gillen's betrayal and the Exodus situation, no one cares about your charges anymore. When everything calms down, they may want you to come in and answer some questions, but it won't be a big deal.
But there are still wanted posters everywhere.
Yeah, I'm sorry about that. We haven't had time to take them down yet.
Well, that's still great news. Right, Jude?
Yeah.
I've been meaning to ask you, Doc. What happened to that tall guy who was with you before? You know, the one who knocked me down on the pier.
You mean Alvin? He's... well...
I knew that had to be Alvin.
You know him?
Not personally, but my wife and I used to be close to the woman he lived with. Her name was Mink.
Mink?
She's a real beauty. She wears glasses and always carries a book around. You don't know her?
Do you mean Pressa?
Maybe. I'm sure Mink wasn't her real name. That's why I wanted to talk to Alvin, you see. To make sure he knew her real identity.
What do you mean?
We received some intel that said she was actually a spy. One of the rats.
What's that?
They're spies from one of the Ajul clans.
Exactly. Mink made friends with a lot of Rashagal nobles and military officers and pumped them for secrets. Now, if you'll excuse me, I'm late for my appointment.
What should we do?
I don't know.
If it's something Pressa didn't want him to know, then I don't think we should tell him. I mean, if even Alvin couldn't figure it out, she must have really wanted that secret kept. When I see the lights in Fenmont, I can't help but miss how bright Laurent is.
I know exactly what you mean.
You sure you don't need to stop by Niakara for anything?
Actually, it has been a while since I've shown my face around town. I wouldn't mind seeing how everyone's doing.
Well, when we have a chance, let's make the trip.
Prin, I'm glad to see you're still here.
By all rights, I shouldn't be. Not after I betrayed Rashagal to its enemy. But with the world as it is now, we're getting scores of injured patients every day. At the very least, I wanted to fulfill my obligations as a nurse.
That is truly admirable. Fortunately, conflicts between the nations of Riza Maxia are the last thing on anyone's mind now.
Yeah, especially now that Gaius is running Rashagal too.
Yes, I talked to King Gaius myself recently. He told me that Miss Nadia was dead.
So you knew.
Yes. He was kind enough to tell me personally. I was shocked that he even knew I was Lady Nadia's lowly servant.
That is most impressive.
I'm sorry, Prin. I wish we could have done more to save her.
You don't need to say that. To be honest, it was painful seeing Miss Nadia filled with such contempt. I know this may sound horrible for me to say this, but part of me is glad to know she's finally freed from her hatred, even if it's through death. I've seen her truly smile when she held Bobo, Seeing that made her usual misery all the harder to bear.
Prin,
I'm sorry. It's never easy, is it?
We've got an early start tomorrow. Be sure to get some rest.
will do. But man, this constant Fenmont night is really messing up my rhythm.
Come to think of it, I had trouble adjusting to it too. The trick is to always eat meals at the same times you used to.
Okay, I'll give that a try.
And I'll be your alarm clock if you can't get up in time.
All right, but don't get mad if I bump you on the head when I want to go back to sleep. Good night.
Good night. I could use a good night's sleep too.
This place is perpetually night?
That's just your imagination running away with you.
I'm beat. I need a good night's sleep.
Tell me, Jude, do you know what the greatest challenge is for a soldier on the battlefield?
Fighting, I guess?
No. In fact, it's getting enough sleep. It's surprisingly difficult. You don't know when the enemy will attack. You don't know if you'll still be alive tomorrow. Sleeping amidst worries like that is a challenge for even the most experienced of soldiers.
So, what do you do when you're in that situation?
Take a deep breath, relax, and look all around. See that your friends and companions are there. Friends that keep watch while you rest. Friends that risk their lives in battle together. And friends that suffer from the same fears as you.
Right.
There are few things more reassuring than knowing that others share the same fears. But maybe I only feel that way because I'm a bitter, selfish old man.
That makes two of us.
It's good to know we share such an odd common ground. I haven't fought in a very long time. I guess no one wants some old geezer channeling spirits for them.
Getting pretty hungry here. How long is...
I've been away for quite some time. Has anything significant happened here?
Lord Maxwell, you've returned. Come to think of it, I haven't seen Ivor around lately. Do you know where he might be?
Ivor? He must have run off somewhere without my permission again.
That's probably because of me. Sorry about that.
I see. But I don't think that's something for you to apologize for.
Indeed. It was the result of a showdown that needed to take place.
Thank you.
There's one more thing, Lord Maxwell. One of the young folk found this at the base of the Hollowmont. It's a letter addressed to someone named Al.
Al? That would be me. No one saw who might have left it?
No, there was no sign of anyone at all.
Go ahead. It sounds like it's for your eyes only.
Dear Al,
I never expected that you would return to me. As someone who has endured betrayal her whole life, to have my expectations betrayed so sweetly was, for once, a great kindness. But if you're reading this letter now, it means that in choosing to live my life as Pressa, I have chosen to betray you. I am truly sorry.
Pressa.
Alvin!
Let's go.
Pressa's team was wiped out because of information I acquired by deceiving her. And yet, the last thing she said was that she was worried about me. Me. The guy who cost her everything. Somehow she knew I would go back to you all. I can't believe it.
You can stay here for as long as you need.
But come back when you're ready. We'll wait for you.
I'm going to keep at it. I'll protect all that you've given me. Goodbye, Jill. That was always my favorite name, you know.
This...
Didn't we just...
My contemporaries are tending to plants in their gardens while I'm climbing on them like some young buck. I honestly don't know who should envy who.
Got it.
Savage Roar!
Hellfire! Hit him with earth!
This is what we're made of.
No break?
This one is mine.
Who's next?
No time for a break? No break?
I don't have time to doubt myself.
Advancing on all fours. Now this is an adventure. The combination of cooked beef and raw cream is utterly inspired. Whoever came up with this is a genius!
I'm sure he or she appreciates that. But you have green onions and cream on your face.
Weird food again.
It's not weird, it's delicious. Leia's right. Everything's been great.
Oh, when you're young like you two, everything tastes good.
And when you're as old as you are, you complain about everything.
I'm not complaining. I just want to eat something normal. You know, scrambled eggs or something.
Ah, I understand. You want your mother's home cooking. The older a person gets, the more they crave the food from their youth.
Yeah, I guess you could say that.
I wonder what home cooking is like.
Oh, my apologies.
Adults can't help but get nostalgic over these things. Elise, never forget that weird food you just had. That way, when you're an adult, you'll always remember this moment.
As if she'd ever want to remember you, Alvin. Right, Elise?
But please don't forget about old Rowan.
I promise I'll remember everyone, for as long as I live.
Even if she'd rather forget a certain someone.
Thanks, Elise.
Pop quiz! How many people do you think live in one of those giant houses in Triglav?
Have you always liked pop quizzes this much? I've never noticed after all this time. Oh, I know. Did your love of pop quizzes awaken while I was dead?
She's always liked pop quizzes.
Oh.
There was a family of cows beneath the tree at the top of the hill, with one bull and 2 sows. That's Muse's voice!
I thought Muse was with Gaius.
We should check inside.
No, wait. There's a human in there with her. We need to be careful.
When Billy found them, he said, "Hey, which one's the wife and which one's the mistress?" What kind of story is this? What are you doing?
Let's go. Where's Muse? I know she was here.
I don't know. Are you friends of hers? Did Muse leave already?
Are you okay?
You seem a little bit off, Granny.
Muse must have gone out the window.
Are you better now?
Yes, sweetheart. Thank you.
Your eyes.
I appreciate your concern, dear.
Can you see us?
I can sense you. I may be blind to light, but I've learned how to see other things.
I need to ask you something. I know Muse was here. What was she doing?
Before I answer, could you explain to me why you're so interested in her?
Well,
Milla is Muse's sister.
Elise.
Shh! Let's just make this easy for everyone, okay?
Muse's sister?
Yes.
Very well, since it sounds like you don't mean Muse any harm. I first met her 5 years ago when my daughter and I were involved in a terrible accident. Muse happened to be there, and she saved my life. Unfortunately, my daughter was not so lucky.
She saved your life?
She told me she only did it on a whim. But even though I had survived, I had lost my will to live. My beloved daughter, who had read to me every day, was gone. But one day, I asked Muse if she would read to me instead.
And she said yes?
She did, but I could tell that she hated it at first. Just another of her whims, I suppose.
No way!
I can't believe it.
She is a very kind girl, you know. And a little bit timid, but I suppose that's true of most girls her age. I'm sure you have your reasons for chasing her. I certainly won't try to stop you. But if I may, I'd ask that you please try not to hurt her.
Milla?
I understand how you feel.
Good. That's wonderful.
Why are you smiling?
I'm just relieved to hear that.
I imagine you must know lots of embarrassing stories about Alvin.
I do. In fact, embarrassing stories might be the only Alvin stories I know.
This I gotta hear.
Shall I tell you one?
One more word and you're dead to me forever.
Well now, this is a conundrum. I know. How about a bet?
Truly an Olympian's answer to everything.
Now, Alfred, you know better than that. Gambling is a long and proud Olympian tradition. It has some bad points, but it has good ones too.
Would we be betting money?
Certainly not. We can choose to bet anything we like. For example, we could bet on whether or not you can find a light leaf clover. If you can, you win, and I'll air out some of Alfred's dirty laundry.
What's a light leaf clover?
It's a clover with golden leaves that grows on the sides of roads.
Olympians consider it a good luck charm. I've heard they once grew along Rasal High Road.
Then this should be a piece of cake. You got yourself a bet, buddy.
So betting is a hallowed Olympian tradition? I'm a little intrigued myself.
Okay, let's go check out Rusal High Road.
Hey, wait a minute. It's been ages since a light leaf clover was seen on the high road, and some say they might be extinct.
Alfred, are you really going to waste my magnanimity?
This is why I hate gambling.
Sounds like our best chance to find a light leaf clover is on the Rusal High Road.
It's a clover with sun-colored leaves, right? Let the hunt begin!
Is this a light leaf clover?
Yeah, that's it. Damn it, Balin told me these things were extinct.
Extinct? You thought they were extinct and let us bet anyway?
No, well, yeah, basically.
Well, all's well that ends well. It's a miracle.
We've traveled to an entirely different world, and this is what qualifies as a miracle to you?
Damn, I thought we got them all, but it looks like we missed one. You there, hand over that clover if you know what's good for you.
Huh? Who the heck are you? We found this fair and square.
If anyone else finds a clover, we lose our bet. If you won't hand it over, we'll take it by force.
We got you!
Hey, I'll break their guard.
Over!
Got it. Lightning Blade! Who's next? Open your eyes and witness your final demise! Terminus Pride! Fully charged!
I just need to keep believing in myself. Why would they just attack us like that? And what did they mean about a bet?
Wait a minute.
Do you know something?
Best not to talk out here. Let's go back to Balin's.
Yes! Now we get to hear an embarrassing story about Alvin.
This is why I hate gambling.
Let's bring the Lightleaf Clover back to Balin.
And then we get our story. This is gonna be good.
Holy, I can't believe you actually found a Lightleaf Clover. If we'd have bet money, you'd have made a killing.
All right, make with the embarrassing stories.
Oh well, a bet's a bet.
Which one are you going to tell them?
Let's make it the one about this very clover. When Alvin was 5 years old, he wanted to do something for Aunt Leticia's, for his mother's birthday. He came up with the idea of giving her a crown made entirely out of Lightleaf clovers.
Sounds like that could be difficult.
Right, even back then they were quite hard to find. So little Alvin thought long and hard about what to do. After a lot of thought, he came up with the idea of painting regular clovers the color of Lightleaf clovers.
That's brilliant!
Is it?
He gave it to Leticia before the paint was dry, and she ended up getting it all over her hair. Alvin was even more surprised at this than Leticia was, and he started bawling his eyes out. Out of habit, he buried his face in her hair as he tried to apologize, and ended up getting paint all over his face too. The end.
That's so cute!
That was a wonderful story.
You really loved your mother, didn't you, Alvin?
I'll get you for this, Balin.
Talking about Leticia has put me in the mood for one of her peach pies. Oh, they were absolute perfection. I'd give anything for one more bite, but unfortunately, it's not to be.
Balin, you hang on to those memories. She may never have made it back to Olympias, but at least we can keep her memory alive.
Even if you asked me to, I could never forget about her, or about you, naturally.
I'm glad I made it back.
Hello there. I've got the results of the examination data.
So the art we used at Burmia Gorge came in handy, huh?
Oh, yes. Now, after reviewing all of the data, I have determined that there is a clear link between spirit art usage and nearby spirit climb changes. As the scale of spirit art usage grows, the changes in the climb become more pronounced.
So the recent topographical changes in Burmia Gorge are due to the increased spirit art usage in Sherrilton.
That's right. I saw the same kind of data with Fenmont's expanding night climb as well. At our current usage scale, we should only see minor alterations. But if we keep developing new spirit arts, we may be facing irreversible changes to our spirit climbs.
Like the whole world going dark?
That is a remote possibility, yes.
So even if we stay inside the schism, there's a chance that Riza Maxia could end up just like Olympias.
I guess even spirit arts have their drawbacks.
It all depends on how we use them. If all we seek from spirit arts or Spyrix is to maximize convenience, then of course we'll see repercussions.
I agree.
But at least this news comes at the right time.
Yeah, if we open the schism and reshape the world, surely human awareness will be reshaped as well.
The question, of course, is in what way?
But nothing will change at all if we don't act.
You're right. For better or worse, this is the path we've chosen.
Please, calm down. We need to deal with this rationally.
Mom, what's going on?
Jude, there's been a cave-in at the mine.
What? But I thought the mine was closed.
Not anymore. We thought we'd found a new vein, and we were just beginning to explore it.
Was there anyone trapped inside?
Well, one of our miners is trapped, and
your father.
Dr. Mathis? Jude, what should we do?
we'll save them, of course. We're rounding up people to head to the mine right now.
Wait, if you rush in there without knowing what caused the first cave-in, you could get caught in one too.
We know it's dangerous, but we owe Dr. Mathis our lives.
Which is why he wouldn't want you to waste them on a suicide mission. First, we'll go check out what happened. Don't worry, I've been through that entire mine.
Jude is right. Let us handle this.
Okay, be careful in there.
Dad! Jude, is that you?
You've hurt your eyes.
It's nothing. I just got some rock dust in them during the cave-in. Never mind me. He needs help.
He's unconscious. It looks like he hit his head on a rock.
Don't move him. There's internal bleeding in his brain.
Fortunately, the cave-in wasn't too big. Gnome says it won't collapse further.
Got it. Leia, head back to the clinic and get ready to receive the patient.
What about you?
I'm going to treat him using healer. It's dangerous to move him like this.
You're going to try and stop cranial bleeding with healer? If you make a mistake, you'll kill him instantly.
I know, but I have to do it.
If only I could see properly.
It's okay. This is my decision to make.
Jude.
We'll leave him in Jude's hands. Leia, get to town as soon as you can.
On my way.
All right, here we go.
The miner's condition has stabilized.
And it looks like I can see again.
I was really on pins and needles there.
The miner said to thank you for saving him. You did well, Jude.
Oh no, I didn't do anything special.
You all have things you need to do. You shouldn't be wasting any more time here.
Jeez, Doc. Don't get all sentimental or anything.
I'm afraid we'll be taking Jude with us again.
You don't need to ask my permission. He can make his own decisions now. Jude, your judgment was absolutely correct.
Dad. Take care.
He's changed, hasn't he?
He just learned to do what he should have already been doing.
You said the same thing when he first learned how to walk and talk. And you looked just as proud then as you do now.
Of course. Who wouldn't be proud to see their child grow?
How is she, Doc? My sister will be able to walk again someday, right? Right?
Calm down, Soren. To cut to the point, yes. If Marna has surgery, she'll be able to walk again.
Really? All right.
The problem is the post-surgical recovery. She will require extensive physical therapy.
Will it hurt?
Enough to make even a grown-up cry.
That's not what I heard. They said you could use some sort of machine to make her walk again.
I don't know where you heard that. No such machine exists.
Don't worry. I know you can get through it. I was hurt badly when I was a kid, too. But thanks to Dr. Mathis's physical therapy, I'm as good as new. Really? Yep. And don't I look great now, if I do say so myself?
If anything, she's got too much energy.
Leia told me how hard her physical therapy was.
Yeah, that's why she's so happy to help someone else through it.
Do you know how Leia got hurt?
Not really.
She told me it was a Spyrex explosion.
The physical therapy really was extraordinarily hard, but Leia never gave up.
You know, she told me it was you that... Never mind. That was just... girl talk.
Dr. Mathis may seem like kind of a jerk, but he's a great doctor. Believe in him and work hard.
Jude, if you're back in town, why not rest here a bit? Your mother will be thrilled.
I see. So that's what those kids from this afternoon came here for. So, what are you going to do?
Nothing. I disposed of them in the old Vikal mine. I won't ever let that tragedy happen again.
It's not your fault, Doc. After all, you saved her life.
At the Ovicall mine, huh?
You need help with anything?
It's nothing.
Is something wrong?
We haven't seen Soren all day.
He's not one to leave his sister's side. Maybe we should look for him.
Wait a minute.
Do you know where he is?
Last night he said something about the old Vakal mine.
What? That place is infested with monsters!
Are you sure that's where he went?
No, I'm not. But we can't ignore the possibility that he did.
Come on, let me fight already! I'm gonna... We gotta get to the old Vakal mine.
Hello there! Coming? Coming? Hello there!
There he is.
These must be the machines Dr. Mathis was hiding. Marna will be walking in no time with this.
Wait, those are Spyrex.
Soren, get away from those!
Huh? But I need these.
I said get away! It's dangerous!
No way.
I'm impressed you could anticipate that.
I just remembered my old accident. That was how I got hurt when I was a kid. I was playing with the Spyrex in the docks room when it blew up, like that one did just now.
That was how you got injured? Why did Dad have something so dangerous? Oh no. No way.
It's not my place to tell you. You'll have to ask Derek yourself.